Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to No Filter, episode 15. And I'm really thrilled to have my friend. She's a top beauty YouTuber and creator. She's also someone that I've grown to become very fond of and look up to for a lot of advice. Please welcome my friend, Jackie Aina. Jackie!
Hi.
So, how are you?
You look beautiful,
Well,
glowing queen.
You know what?
I'm
I'll just read
wonderful.
the
Thank
comment.
you for having me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm just saying, thank you for having me. You look beautiful.
Oh no, I love hanging out with you, and I thought today being our season finale of No Filter, I wanted to have a fun time with you, and just to get to know and know people to know your story, because you have a very interesting story.
I do. I have a hell of a story.
I know, and it really is from one extreme to another. So we're going to go through your story, if you don't mind.
Yes. Okay. So I love telling my story, my upbringing, because I feel like it's the quintessential like rags to riches story. And it's also very relatable. So I have a pretty, I've always been like artistically inclined. Ever since I was a kid, I just knew I was either going to be in fashion or in beauty somehow, some way.
But
But
first of
because
all, where is your heritage? Because we got to say that, because you know I love your
yeah,
heritage
it's
country.
important. Well, because it's actually relevant to a lot of why I'm doing what I'm doing now. But I'm Nigerian. I actually consider myself Nigerian American because my mom is
Niger
African.
in the house. I miss
Period.
Lagos. I miss Nigeria.
I miss Nigeria too. Oh my God. Like I want to go
And
back so bad.
I think back, it was not that long ago. We were together on New Year's Eve night. We were in
Ghana.
Africa.
I know.
We were in
Turn it
Ghana
up.
together.
That was so fun. That was so fun. That was my second time seeing you in Ghana. 2 years in a
Yes,
row.
2 years in a row. Year of the return.
I
So go
know.
on,
I
please tell us, how did you become, I mean, you went from, you were in the army, is that correct?
Yes. Yes, I
You were in
was.
the army, you were a vet. Please explain to us and the viewers how you became from the army into a beauty creator at YouTube.
So basically, because my parents instilled education and academics in me so much, after I graduated high school, I was going to go to a traditional college and become a pharmacist. And after a while, my brain just literally exploded. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, but I can't do traditional college anymore. So after doing that for 2 years, being a pre-med major, I was going to study biochemistry. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I was going to try to study biochem. And I was at the time dating this guy who was also in the army. And he kind of like randomly was like, oh, well, since you hate college so much, you should just join the army. I was like, boy, bye. I'm not, what? Me join the army. But then I thought about it and I started to see like all the opportunities he would get and all the people that he would meet and all the places he got to travel to. And I was like, I mean, actually, that sounds kind of intriguing. So
Right.
the joining the army was more like a curiosity thing. It was more like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, but like, I can't do what I'm doing now. So it was kind of like that.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it was basically kind of like that. It was just like, I just need to be distracted right now.
But I mean, pharmacist, biochemistry, Jackie, that sounds that sounds so complicated to me.
I
Was it,
know.
what was it, I mean, is it really tough? It's a tough industry
I
to
mean,
get
for
into.
those first 2 years, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I can't do this anymore. So I just really had to like refocus, change everything. I had to completely change my environment at that time because it just was not for me.
Now, just to bring us back into the time that we're in, where we have to stay home and stay safe. I mean, so you obviously understand these terms that these scientists are talking about on television, because,
Some of
you
them.
know, it's not, for us, it's like, I need it to be really spelled out in a practical way. But the way
Right.
they speak in this scientific way, do you understand what they're saying?
I mean, some of it, like I didn't get that far in the medical field to really like be able to like understand a lot of what's going on now. And I feel like even people that are experienced doctors and, like in the medical field, I feel like there's still a lot that they are exploring and don't really know too. So it's scary. This is like unlike anything any of us have ever been through. And it's like we're all just trying to like figure it all out and stay our butts at home.
May I ask you, where are you and how are you? How is it for you being in quarantine right now?
So I'm in LA. That's where I live. That's also where I'm from. It's hot right now. It's very hot. But I will say
Well,
because
is it abnormally hot?
it's kind of like borderline heat wave. Like it's not, we don't really get weather this warm in April. So I'm a little shook.
What are you
But
in
so
the 90s? Is it the 90s?
if I had to guess, I'd say maybe like high 80s. Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
And we're
But
cold here on the East Coast.
it's still cold.
It's not warm. Yes, I mean it's been like breezy and windy. It's another dull day today. I mean, when it's clear, it's so clear. How is this pollution in LA, you think?
It's been better, like the skies are clear. Everything is like you can literally see miles and miles and miles out where normally you
Because
wouldn't
you
be able
get
to.
that smog in LA in the mornings. You get
Really
that.
bad.
Yeah.
Horrible. It's horrible. But lately it's been pretty decent.
So Mother
Yeah, it's been
Nature
pretty
really is. So can I ask you, so you got it, so you went, then so you did that medicine, then you went into, how did you get to the YouTube part and beauty?
So I started my channel like 2 years into being in the army because
What
I was
year was
already,
that, may I ask?
that was 2009. So this year makes my 11th year of being on YouTube. And I was already doing makeup at the time. So it was kind of like a might as well film it and put it on YouTube since I'm already doing
When you
it.
say you were doing makeup, because for me, YouTube is a whole new platform, and you are, I mean, you've all been so great to me and embracing me because I was really afraid of YouTube.
It's a
And
beat.
it's a lot. It's a lot of maintenance. I'm going to get to that question too. But so, will you do makeup on yourself or on other on art on jobs?
Well, I was a professional makeup artist at one point, so I do have that as a background. But on my channel, it's mostly me because I feel like people want to see more like, how do I do this on myself? How do I make this practical for me? But I had a whole extensive like career like as a working makeup artist. I've had some published work. I've done some reality TV work. It's a whole different life. It's a whole different ball game compared to being an influencer. But I was at that time I was working for MAC Cosmetics, so I
Yeah.
already had that going for me. And then I just started like literally filming my looks, and it just took off from there.
I mean, I love what you've done and what you stand for as the woman. You've really stood up for beauty products for women of color, which, for years has been so difficult. Because I remember when I started modeling, there was only two brands that we could buy, and that was Rory Roberts and Fashion Fair. And that was
Yeah,
it. There was
yeah,
nothing else.
a struggle. How
Now,
did you navigate around that? Did you find yourself doing your own makeup a lot of times?
well, I found that, well, first of all, I used to steal my mother's makeup out of her bag because I couldn't afford the foundation. It was like a
Uh-huh.
pancake. And it was a little bit too light for me because my mother's lighter than I, but it was like, that's what, fashion fair is what my mom used to have. So I was
Yeah.
like, that's all I knew. And
Hmm.
there's a couple jobs in my career. One of the makeup artists once said to me, they didn't know. I walked into the job and they said, we didn't know it was you coming today. I was 17 years old. And I know
Oh my
exactly
God.
the picture I'm talking about. I see it. And they made that cover of, I'm gray on that cover of Italian Vogue. It was
Oh my
Stephen Klein who
God.
shot it. I am gray. I wanted to
Ugh.
cry my eyeballs out.
They
And I
couldn't
said,
correct
it's not
you?
my color of my skin. And he goes, well, the iris is all I've got.
Wow. You've been better off not even wearing makeup.
Well, at 17 years old, I'm still new to the game. What am I going to say? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you
I
pretty
mean, I
much just
think
have to
you've
do what they tell
definitely,
you, right?
say that again?
You pretty much just are just there for the job. Like you just have to do what they tell you, right?
Well, at that point, I was shy, so I just wanted to do the job, and I didn't want
Yeah.
to, But I did tell the makeup artist. But you've broken so many barriers and boundaries in pushing for products, for skincare and makeup for women of color. Like, I know that you do stuff with Rihanna Fenty, and I know you do a lot with Pat McGrath, who I love. And the reason, guys, why we're sitting here today with not a stitch of makeup on, I have nothing, and Jackie Aina has nothing, is because we're gonna end with a very fun afternoon here. It's Friday, we've got to have fun. We're gonna dance in the kitchen tonight to D-Nice. So tell me, what was it like when you did all this makeup, looking for makeup for women of color?
Everything was either gray, like you mentioned earlier, was either gray or it was orange or it was too light, or they'd have like one shade that was like maybe a little too dark, like a hair too dark, and you just had to make it work. I mean, when I first started my channel, the options were non-existent. They were just very, very poor options. And you just learned them.
May I ask you, were you mixing yourself, like doing your own mixtures with?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, you get in there, you become a little kitchen chemist. You start mixing, pulling things here and there, correcting. Like, I feel like Black women are just queens of making things work, which is unfortunate in a lot of circumstances, but we just literally learn how to tolerate and make things work.
And what brand do you feel back in the day, 11 years ago, really started to take more interest and focus on women of color?
I feel like from the beginning, it was always like the Lancome. It was always Bobbi Brown. Who I also worked for for a very short moment. I freelanced for Bobbi Brown. Of course, NARS from day one, being that you are one of the muses of the brand, has always been there for darker complexions, and not just that, but like variety in dark complexions. Of course, most of those brands I couldn't afford, but they were like from the beginning doing it. And MAC, of course, also.
I mean, it's really like, it's amazing that it's not that long ago, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I know.
It's why it's so wonderful now that we have the Pat McGraths in this world. Hi,
I know.
Pat, I know you're watching this. It's wonderful to have Pat McGrath doing, finally a woman of color is doing a line. She's not the first. We've had Naomi Sims, we've had others, but she's relevant today to all of pop culture and to you and to I and to so many others, millions of others actually, that's come out with colors that really we can work with. And it's the same with NARS, I was lucky that NARS made that foundation for me.
That's incredible. That's also influence. The fact that you could literally get Francois NARS to make stuff for you, like that's incredible.
But I mean, like, people, like if I put up a flashback Friday picture from the 90s, people are like, oh, makeup's come a long way. Because they see the difference of my face to my neck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's, as you said, we did the best of what we could do.
Yep, which is unfortunate, but we make it work.
Yeah, we make it work. Are you in touch with any of your friends in the Army still?
Some of them, yeah. Some of them are serving part-time. Some of them are completely out. So I do try to keep in touch with them because there's honestly no family like military family, like for real. Like we look out for each other.
Where were you based?
I was actually based in a couple places. So my first station was here in California, out towards the Inland Empire. So I was stationed there. I was stationed in Hawaii, but I was only stationed in Hawaii because my ex-husband was stationed in Hawaii, so I went with him. Then I came back to California. I've been stationed at Camp Pendleton, which is actually a Marine Corps base in San Diego. I've also done a tour, actually a civilian tour in Kuwait. So I got to live in Kuwait for a year, but I went as a civilian.
What was that like?
That was lit. By the way, Ramadan Mubarak to all of my
Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak. I put up my thing today. Oh my
You did
friends.
so sweet. So worldly.
I mean, I think, do you think it's going to be easier because, or maybe harder because they're not working?
That's going to be hard on a lot of people. It really
Because you have
sucks when you
activity makes you kind of let the day go faster, you know?
exactly. It's going to be really, I think, telling, especially for a lot of people who are maybe stuck at home with people they don't like. It's kind of their patience is being tested right now. Y'all, I understand the struggle. I've been there before. Fortunately, that's not my story now, but I'm
I
sure
did
other
it. I did it for a
people.
week with some friends, some really good close
Did you
friends.
really? You fasted?
Yeah, and
How
oh,
was it?
I loved it. I thought, I slept. I've had a hard time to try and sleep in the day, but
Hmm.
I slept later,
Yeah.
and I was up, But no, I respect all cultures of religion, and Muslim, Christian. If I want to go into a mosque, I mean, I do. I just, it's what you think the higher power gives to you. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Well, I just think that fasting is like the ultimate dedication, and I admire people who can do it. I'm Christian, and I know that we sometimes fast for different occasions. I personally never done it, but it's rough. It's like it's hard. You have to be really focused, really dedicated. But funny enough, when I lived in Kuwait, I used to work the night shift, so I would work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day. So when it was
Oh, that's
Ramadan, I was
hard. That's hard. That's called
it is.
graveyard shift, no?
It was literally graveyard. So I was like sleeping during the day anyway. And then, you
Wow.
would wake up. The mall would be open till 12, 1 a.m., which was kind of fun.
Do you I mean, you've never done any type of fasting to do with beauty? Because fasting is a great for the skin.
Well, technically, when I joined the army, we weren't allowed to wear makeup. And I mean, you couldn't even sneak it. Like
You were not
if
allowed? You were
nope.
not?
Only when I went to basic training, like when I went to boot camp.
Oh.
So no makeup, not a stitch, not mascara. You can't tweeze your brows. You cannot groom yourself in any way, shape, or form. They make everybody look the same. Everybody is going through it. So that was rough. But could I do it again? Yeah, I could definitely do it again. That was for like 10 weeks. 10 weeks I did that. So like 2.5 months.
So
It
I
was
didn't
hard.
know that. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but never even thought that you couldn't put on a lip gloss or a mascara or.
Like once you're in and once you graduate from boot camp, yeah, you can wear a full face. It just has to be like you can't wear pink lipstick. You know what I mean? Like you can't wear purple eyeshadow. Like you have to wear makeup that like complements your complexion. So it has to be like something that's not too standoutish. Do you get what I mean?
So very bland.
Yeah, but when I no, not necessarily though. The colors just can't be standout colors. So I would still wear like the kind of makeup that I wear now. I would
Yeah.
still wear that when I was in uniform, which was a whole different. It was like a whole different set of struggles because when you're a woman in uniform and you're wearing a full face of makeup, then you become like, oh, that's the girl who doesn't want to do any work. She came here to look pretty. She's not serious. It was just like so annoying. It's like, look, I'm here to do my job regardless of whether I'm wearing mascara. Let's just calm down. Let's just
Yeah, that
relax.
doesn't define you. You know what I mean? That doesn't define a
Exactly.
woman. It just gives
Exactly.
us good self-esteem to make us feel better about
The
ourselves.
only thing
That's
it
all
defines
it.
the only thing it defines is my cheekbones, period. So there's that.
Jackie, I know you've got some of your. I haven't gone all the way back to it, but some of your videos from when you first started 11 years ago are still uploaded on YouTube. Because they're always there, right? Ever.
They're rough,
So,
girl.
how have you grown from when you first started on YouTube to now?
I'm way more confident on camera, like way more confident. Like it's actually funny because when people watch my old videos and they're like, "You're so different now," and I'm like, "No, I've always been this silly. I've always been this goofy. I've always been this weird. I just wasn't as comfortable on camera showing it because I thought no one would want to see that." So that's the most obvious thing that people always notice and I noticed about myself. I'm way better at makeup. My brows are way thicker because I used to tweeze the hell out of them. Yeah, I've learned so much on this platform and so much off this platform about
Wow.
artistry, and also how to make people feel good. I've learned that there's like a difference between being an influencer who teaches things versus an influencer who makes people feel good. And I feel like the first like 6 years of my channel, I taught people how to do makeup. And I feel like now I help people feel good and look good at the same time. And I feel like it's a huge difference.
So you were a tutorial teacher before,
Yep.
and now it's more about, and how, explain me the difference. Give me examples.
Okay, so when I'm doing a makeup video, I might title it "How to Contour," right?
Right.
Versus a video that I actually uploaded on my channel last night, and the title of the video was, how to be confident, like just confidence 101. And so in the video, I'm doing makeup, but the point isn't even about the makeup. The point is I'm telling people, like I'm a Leo. So a lot of Leos radiate a lot of natural confidence. And so I was talking about, how I became to be the confident woman that I am, but I'm also doing makeup while I'm talking about it. So it's not just about the technical parts of like teaching. It's like, okay, but like, what is Jackie, like, how are you so confident? Or how do you always have so much energy? Like people are coming for that more than they are the makeup. Some people that watch my videos don't even care about makeup. They just want to like hear me talk. They want to feel good. They want encouragement. They want to learn something that may not necessarily be makeup related. Do you get what I mean?
Right. So it still always boils down to self-esteem, no?
Yeah, exactly.
And just a little something that makes you feel good. Like I've been wearing red pencil when I work out, just red pencil, but nothing else. Just because I read that wearing red pencil during times of challenging times is uplifting. So I said, okay. I don't normally wear red lipstick very much on my own accord, but I do feel it gives you. Just walk me through what is a typical YouTube week of uploads and maintenance, because that was something that really did scare me when I went to the YouTube Black in Washington DC. I was like, wow, I don't know if I can commit to this.
Yeah. I put a lot of time into researching what is trending on YouTube, what is trending on social media in general. I spend a lot of time researching new products, new launches. People also come to me for reviews, so they like to hear my thoughts on like new products and stuff like that. So I always gotta like scour, Twitter, scour Instagram, like, okay, what are the girls launching now? Like what's coming out now? Because for everybody wants to be the first to talk about a new product launch. So that's gotta be me, you know what I mean? That's gotta be, the girls in general. YouTube is definitely.
How do you do that? You're in direct contact with the Pat McGraths and the heads of the companies. Okay.
Yeah, for the most part. So like if something's coming out and I know it's not going to be like on shelves for another couple weeks, I might slide in the DM and be like, hey, like, can I get this off your hands a little early? Like I don't mind buying product. I try to buy as much as I possibly can, because sometimes when you ask, there becomes this expectation for you to like post about it, and I just like to buy things. But it is nice, I'm not gonna lie, when you know that a product is probably gonna take a minute, won't be out for a minute, I could just go directly to them. And I know that it benefits my viewers either way, because they wanna see it regardless.
Right.
They want to see it quickly. So when it comes out, they already have a reference, so they already have someone's opinion on it, so they can be ready to purchase.
And say, Jackie said this color was great, so I'm going to use this color. Which I
literally what they do.
I would do that. I mean, all the things that you recommended to me so far, all of them are amazing. All the colors when I went with you last time in LA, you know how to make the skin look glowy, which we're going to get to that. We're going to do a little makeover for you all soon.
I'm ready.
So when did you know that you'd made it as a YouTube influencer? When did you know now this is my calling?
I feel like it was, you know what, let's just, as much as I absolutely adore YouTube, it's my main platform, I feel like my calling is empowering people who look like me and who come from the community that I do more than anything. And I feel like I could do that anywhere. YouTube just so happens to be the biggest platform, the biggest vehicle that I'm doing that at. And I feel like I feel like I kind of made it when I started being recognized, not just for YouTube. When I got I was the first ever YouTuber to get the NAACP Image Award. The trophy's literally
That's
right there.
absolutely
Yeah,
fantastic. I'm sorry I forgot to mention that. That's a big, big deal. Congratulations.
I was shook. Thank you. I
That's
was
a first.
That was a first, literally a
Yeah,
first.
that's
So, and
big.
that made me feel like, okay, this isn't just like a makeup thing. Like it kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I feel like influencers in traditional media and even in like fashion and beauty is way more like, way more accepting of influencers. But I feel like for the most part, we're still being like taken serious in some other industries. And it was nice to see that, like, okay, this isn't just like about throwing on lipstick, which there's nothing wrong with just throwing on lipstick. But it made me feel like, okay, I'm being recognized by my community now. I'm not just being recognized for, the technical teaching and contouring and
Which is,
highlighting.
how does that feel to be recognized by a community? For me, it means the most.
It's everything. Honestly, it's everything. It truly validates all of the work that I put into what I'm doing now, especially nowadays when you have the people that are like sometimes I'll get comments from people and they're like, "Oh, you're just talking about diversity now because it's profitable." And it's like, where were you all half a decade? Exactly. Like for 6 years, I didn't make a dime. If anything, for over half a decade, being pro black actually hurt my channel because it was like, oh, you're too niche. You only talk about black issues. You race bait. You do this and that. It was always that. And so now that it's the exact opposite, it's like, oh no, honey, like you weren't there. You weren't there the days where I was, struggling to like literally pay for
How could
internet.
someone even say that to you? Where do they? I
Ignorance.
don't.
Complete ignorance. They don't know any better. It's because they literally don't know any better. And they just honestly, everybody, like I'm sure you experience this now, but everybody looks at where you are right now. They have no idea what you put in to get to where you want to be. They don't see the struggle. They don't see, the opportunities you missed. They don't see the times where you didn't get paid. They don't see the times where someone chose someone else over you. They don't see that. They just see where you are now and they just assume like, oh, you're just, like you didn't have to work. You didn't have to struggle for girl. Me, like people, the things that I don't share about the things that I experienced being a black creator are the stuff that's like you'd be shook.
You share the positive, and you give
Always.
inspiration to so many, I mean,
Thank you.
what I told some of my people, I said, Jackie's coming on. They were like, we got such great tips from your video the last time you were together. I mean,
Oh,
you're
thank
so
you.
respected. And,
Oh, I love that.
I just want to, no, I just think you deserve your credit for what you've done for women of color and for what you continue to do. And to bring things to the forefront. Never stop that, Jackie, really.
Thank you. Thank you. And you've been such a good role model to me. Thank you for making it possible for people like me to stand in what I do with confidence, because you truly have paved the way for sure.
But you just have to always just speak out the way you are, because it's helping us. You know what you know when something is good for us and when it's not. And there's been many
Right.
products that people brought out, and we thought, okay, let's hope that this one's going to work. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Pigmentation deoxidizes once we put it on our skin. Someone wrote to me today. They wrote to me, oh, why do you put on foundation that's not the same color as your chest? Guys, look, I'm the same color. They said you put on lighter foundation on your face than you do on your neck. Now I have nothing on. You still want to say that question to me? I mean, it's,
Super silly. So silly.
but it's no, I'm proud to be the color of I mean, I would love to get some sun.
Right.
But, I want to tell you something. I don't know if you know this, but it's something I would like you to know, and I've been told I'm allowed to tell you. Do you know that you were getting a very special invitation this year?
Oh my gosh, I heard.
Do you know what it was to? Do you know that Mr. Jet Blasberg was inviting you to the Met Board to the table to sit with him?
Oh,
I know. But listen, Jackie, he will do so again. Don't worry. The opportunity will come back. but I wanted you to know and to hear it here first that you were invited to be at the table with Derek, the YouTube table with Derek Blasberg this year at the Met Ball 2020.
I'm sure.
And I just want to know, what would you have worn? Do you know what you wanted to have worn? Would you have gone like in a African type outfit, or Nigerian designer, Ghanaian, or couture, or because I know you're particular about your clothes.
It definitely would have depended on the theme, because you know the theme is everything at the gala. So that would have been first and foremost. I don't know, like 10-year-old me who wanted to literally go to FITM and study fashion is dying inside, because this is like, I don't think you understand. This is like everything. I'm shook. You know what? You know my followers are never gonna forget this. Like they're gonna be tweeting Derek, and they're gonna be like, remember when you invited Jackie to the Jackie?
Remember when you invited Jackie? Forget. You better not forget when we go back to that you gotta invite Jackie. Oh my God.
My followers are too much. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, what does one wear to their first Met Gala? Like, give me some tips, girl.
This morning, it's funny, I was doing this interview for Vogue, right? And we were talking about the Met Gala and the past Met Galas. And, you know, I mean, it was such an honor when designers would invite you to be with them, because it was like, you know, they were sharing a celebration and they thought you were part of it and they wanted to invite you. So it was really lovely to be invited. And I just was like, once I said yes, I was like, okay, example, I'm thinking of Gianni Versace right now. Once I said yes to Gianni, I left it there. He knew my measurements. I never asked to look at the dress. I just saw the dress the hour before I was putting it on. There were no fittings.
Wow.
As soon as whenever I got to hair and makeup is whenever I was seeing the dress. That was it. There was just a trust, and you know, it wasn't the exclusivity of we all had to, you know, only one person could wear. No, as many as you wanted. It was much more intimate though in the 90s.
Yeah. But that's real trust, and that's real friendship too, where you can just say like, you got this, boo. I'll show up the day of and just let him dress you and leave it as is. That's amazing.
But listen, you belong at the Met Ball, so you will go to the ball, my darling. Now, can I ask you something? I also know that you're on the cover of Not magazine, which is a bridal magazine. Now,
they don't know this yet.
Congratulations on that. Can I see it? Can I see it? Yay! Put it more to the right, Jax. Bit more over. It? Can everyone see that beautiful cover of Jackie Aina?
Guys, Naomi just spilled the tea. She announced my cover.
And you are a bride to be.
I am.
Was that planned for this year, or when's that planned for?
It's still kind of, well, but you know, with this pandemic thing, it's like,
I know,
it's really in the air. It's putting everybody's weddings on hold. So unfortunately, we still don't really know, but I'm really excited. I'm definitely taking advantage of the fact that like now I kind of have a little bit more time to like plan things. Ultimately, there's really no rush. So my fiance and I are really excited.
Your fiance is lovely, and I got to be with both of you on New Year's Eve. It was lovely.
Yeah, you guys have the British connection.
Very so sweet. But Jackie, can I be honest? I don't see many women of color on bridal magazines.
Why? That's exactly why
women of color get married too. Like,
I know. I actually, it's funny because when I got engaged, I remember getting tagged in like those pages where they show when couples get engaged. And so I was getting reposted on a lot of them, but I was noticing like, I'd be like, oh, someone tagged me on their wedding page or whatever. And then they would have like no Black brides. And I don't know why, but it was just very like, was I the only Black person that got engaged that you recognized this year? It was very weird. And it's funny, it's not really something that I don't do like a lot of bridal makeup work anymore. Like I don't do makeup anymore. So I'm not really as familiar with the bridal industry in general now. But it's something that I definitely noticed when I got engaged. I was like, a lot of these bridal pages, they don't repost like Black brides. They don't switch it up and diversify. And when the Knot reached out to me, I'm not the first Black cover girl that the Knot has had. They've had Black celebrities on their covers before, which is awesome, which is why I wanted to do this. But I am the first influencer, which is a first, which is awesome. And that's actually why they reached out to me. They were saying, you know, like we are trying to contribute to more diversity in the bridal industry and switch things up. And I love that because everybody wants to see themselves represented everywhere, not just in beauty, but in bridal, in media, film, television. Like everybody deserves to see someone, because if they don't see someone else doing it, then they're not going to think it's possible for themselves. You know.
Absolutely right. Have you learned a lot of tricks from Pat McGrath's videos? Because Pat McGrath is legendary with those videos. Oh my goodness! I mean, I've done
everything.
It's a whole. It's a whole day, but it's fun.
I know. She's incredible at just making everything look beautiful.
Lighting, texture.
I know. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Complexion.
And pigment. I love the pigment.
Oh, her shadows are just out of this world, honestly. Like the way that they sparkle and lift off of her palettes. I'm like, Pat, what? Who did you have to literally invade to get this formula? Like,
and of course, I'm sure she keeps you well stocked, Pat McGrath. Does she keep you well stocked?
I have everything.
No, she loves and adores you.
I live for her. She's everything to me. I love her and I admire her so much. We love you, Pat.
Love you, Mom.
I know you're
call her Mom. So, I want to do a quick makeup with you while we're here. I think it's Friday. We're in quarantine. We need to feel good about ourselves. We need to have some fun. We're going to dance in the kitchen to D-Nice, as I said tonight. I forgot what event he's doing tonight, but it's incredible, his story, no, D-Nice. It's just like an amazing story. Really happy for him.
That's incredible. He blew up on Instagram. Like, it's crazy.
It's wonderful. It's you know, it's unfortunate for the time that we're in and the lives that we've lost, but some wonderful things have come out of this situation also. You know,
yeah.
We're about looking to the positive. So, you know, I don't like to take a long time to do a makeup. I'm a quick makeup.
I know.
I have my makeup around me right now. Do you have yours?
I'm going to do a fast face just for you because you're going to keep it light and cute. So I'm going to keep it light and cute too.
Okay.
But wait, are you going to tell us?
I'm going to do a quick spray. A quick spray of just like a quick water spray. And I've got a few tips for everyone for being at home. What are you doing to keep your skin shiny, hydrated? What are you doing for that, Jackie?
My skin is oily, so I always look hydrated no matter what I do, which is really nice. I do a lot of masks. I do a lot of sleeping masks too. I layer on the products at night. During the day, I'm obsessed with hyaluronic acid. That's all I talk about is hyaluronic acid this, hyaluronic acid that. That is
really?
Mm-hmm.
So now
that's my favorite ingredient.
Listen, so I've got my two concealers in here because we're not one color, and people don't realize you can't just put on dark skin one color. You've got different places where you have to put different colors. So here I go.
I'm highlighting right now.
This is number 26 I'm putting on. But this is what I do every day, because through this whole first season of No Filter, I'm my makeup artist, I'm my hairdresser, I'm my tech person. It's been a learning experience, but I've really enjoyed it. And
you've been good.
It's been fun. So this is what I put on. I tend to put this on more than I put on, say, I've got a foundation, and I use these. You remember, Jackie, I'm into these.
Everybody was living for it, though. The fact that
I'm into a wedge. I love a wedge.
I love that.
I love a wedge. Now, what you can do if you're at home and you want to do a face mask and you don't have one, there's so many natural things you have in your kitchen that you can use. Now, you can do a turmeric. You get turmeric pills, you break them. Make sure you have gloves on for those because they stay in the hands. With lemon juice, a tablespoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of honey, and you can mix it with a bit of water to get the paste going. That's great on the skin, gives a great shine and glow. You leave that for like 20 minutes and then you wash it off. That's a great mask.
How often do you do it?
Good. Do that 2 times a week. Like 2 times a week.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Another one that's also good is honey, milk or cream, and brown sugar. It's a good one for exfoliating. And then you can do a quarter of avocado, a teaspoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of honey, and you mix that up. You can put a turmeric if you want, you don't have to. You mix that up. Avocado is so good for the skin. And that gives you that's another great face mask to have. You'd never have to leave a face mask, I think, more than 20 minutes. 20 minutes is enough. Don't need any more than 20 minutes. I think that's enough. So.
You're a skincare master, girl. Kitchen master, too.
Listen, all those products that we buy over the course of the year, and we never really, let's be honest, we never really get to use them all, right? So now this is the time to go into all your closets and all the cupboards where you've just stored them away. This is the time to take them out and go through them one by one and use them. If you don't want to use it on your face anymore because you're not using that product, use it on your body. Do not waste. Do not waste. Use everything.
Use it or
find
lose
a way
it.
to use it. You know, and also another good scrub for the body is brown sugar. A brown sugar scrub is good. Actually,
Oh my God, Naomi,
brown
have you
sugar
ever
is
been
good. That's with avocado oil or olive oil or coconut oil that you have in your kitchen with brown sugar, and it's a great exfoliating scrub for the skin too.
Naomi, have you ever done dry brushing?
Coconut oil is brilliant, isn't it?
You guys, the highlighter, I wanted to shout this out. It's a Nigerian brand.
Can you walk us through what you're doing? Because you're the expert.
Yeah, so I like to highlight under my skin, and this is a liquid highlighter. This is actually a Nigerian-based brand. This is my favorite liquid highlighter, period. Like, it's so bomb. It's called Nuban Beauty. They're D-Glow highlighters. They're so good.
I use this highlighter, which I absolutely love.
I love that palette too.
Yeah, this is my highlighter. Now, if you remember, Jackie, I'm not good about putting a lot of powder on my skin. I don't like to have dry skin. I like to have shiny skin.
Wait, are you doing powder now?
I'm going to do a sweep over. I mean, this is the brush that I should be putting my foundation on. So you can use one of these two if you want, just to make sure it's all in properly.
Is that Pat's brush?
This is a Pat brush. I mean, I genuinely, as I said, I'm still used to the wedges, but this is a new thing for me. I'm still in the old-fashioned mode with putting on foundation. Okay, so make sure you get under your chin, into your neck. Tell us some more secrets, Jackie, more secrets.
I wish I could say way more about like the stuff that I'm working on that I know you're gonna love, and you'll of course be first to receive. But it's too soon, so I can't say much. You just laid the biggest news on me, girl. I just got invited to Met Gala. I don't know what
invited to the Met Gala. I put 2 powders on, so like I said, I didn't put any foundation on my forehead because I believe that makes me look like a mask. Now this is when I'm doing my makeup. It's not how they do me completely when I'm at work. But
do you tell them what to do with your makeup, or do you just let them do whatever?
I just sit in the chair and relax. When I'm at work, oh no, I just sit in the chair. I let the masters go to work and transform me. That's the whole fun of it. And I still have fun. That's still a fun part of me. That a fun part of the business that I like is the transformation. So yeah. I am using I don't like round pads. I like this type of pad, the square ones. I hope Mother's gonna do these. When I say Mother, I'm talking about that.
Everybody was asking about that when we filmed our video. That sponge right there.
I like it because it just gets into little places where, because it's got it at an angle that, you know, so better.
And what's the time frame
What's
of your
next,
face?
Jackie? What's next?
What is the time frame of your face routine? Like 20 minutes, 5 minutes?
For me to do my own makeup,
Yeah.
12 minutes max. I don't have patience to do my own makeup. So every day when I've been getting ready for No Filter, I'm giving myself 12 minutes. 12 to 15 max, tops.
I clearly need to get like you, clearly.
Tops.
I'm doing a
So,
fast face routine.
cheekbones, and I'm going to do now the highlighter.
Oh my
Which
God.
I'm using these two. That one and that one mostly. I go between those two. And I go up here.
Do you like to wear blush?
I do, but you know what with me? I like to do high blush. I like to do high blush, not low, because sometimes I don't want to look like a clown with low. It depends. You have to follow your cheekbones. So
That's true.
I like a high blush. Now, it's always great to put highlights down the center of your nose. It's always good to put one there. Just like that. Just a little. Do you agree with that, Jackie? Am I doing okay so far?
Oh, you always. You got this, boo. You always look good.
A little shading on the nose, which everyone knows I love.
This is Pat's concealer, by the way, guys.
What number? What number is that?
I use like 3, but I highlight with 23, medium dark 23.
Oh, I think I used 23 today too. This one. Yes, I used 23 today. This one?
This concealer is bomb. Yes. It's like the perfect golden undertone.
But basically, tell me, we need makeup to be easy. Because sometimes there's makeup that's not easy, Jackie. It looks great as the finished product, but then you open it up and you're like, how do I do that? And it's very confusing, and then you just don't touch it anymore.
Right. Honestly, I always just tell people, like, if you're new to makeup, just start little bits at a time. Like, perfect your base first. Then learn how to do blush. Then learn how to do your brows. Like, it's one step at a time. You know what I mean?
Jackie, you're going to have to teach me one day, once and for all, how to do eyebrows. It's not happening. Without our Anastasia, they're just going to grow into a big bush.
That's how mine.
I don't know how to pluck. I don't know. I'm not good with eyebrows. And so therefore, this whole series of No Filter, I've not even touched my eyebrows. I can only comb them and leave them. That's it. That's as much attention as they get.
You've been dedicated.
What I realized the other day, because I learned this little trick in order to look a little fresh, like awake. Because there'd be some days back in the day when we were doing fashion shows, we were exhausted after 7 shows in one day. So again, the highlighter. Take the highlighter and put just in the corner of the eye. It just opens it a little bit. Just makes you look like a bit like, I'm awake. And
I never not do that in my looks. Like, I always do an inner corner highlight.
Do you do on top as well in here? Because I didn't for years and I started to. See, that was new for me.
Always.
Now, what are you doing? So you've got another type of sponge in your hand there.
Now I'm doing my powder. This is from Dermablend. It's so good.
Now,
I love
you putting powder everywhere, or you want to give a glow to your skin?
I kind of put it I really concentrated where I'm the oiliest. So in my T-zone area, that's where I get the most shiny throughout the day. And then for the rest of my face, I don't even apply more powder. I just take what's left over and just kind of go over and just give a little layer, like a little light layer. Because if I don't,
this is one that you know you love this too. It's just like a brown. So NARS that I love that I'm just putting. It's for the contour, but I also have to put it on my eyes as well.
Oh, I do too with bronzer.
Just as a base, and then I'll go on top of it with colors and shimmers. So what would you like me to put on today on top of my eyes? What color should I put? Which palette should I go for? Which one?
Green, period. Green.
Green?
The green. Absolutely.
Really? You think
Do
I'm
it,
going to be
girl.
able to do that without making a
Yes.
mess?
Yep.
All right, I'm
Yes.
going to try it.
Start as close to your lash line as possible. Like
Mm-hmm.
start as close to your lash and just slowly build your way up. Don't get too
So is
heavy
this
when
the
you get
right type of brush? No.
you do you have something more like rounded like this? Like something that's like symmetric like that?
Ooh. Um, I've got mother's
Or
brushes. Is that okay?
no, that's better for concealer. Do you have a blending brush that's fluffy, dense?
Would this do?
That could work. That could work. That could work.
Okay.
So because yes, so sweet and make it really soft.
So sweep on the eyelid.
Like this. See how I'm doing this? Like that.
Okay.
That gives you like a soft wash of color.
So Jackie, where are your family now?
Ooh, child, they everywhere. They all live in California, but they don't live in LA. They live far. They live really far, like hours away.
And any plans to go back to Lagos or Ghana? Where do you want to
Um,
go when we get out of quarantine? What's the first thing you want to do?
so ironically enough, I was supposed to go to Ghana. I was gonna try to go to Ghana for Easter this year. So it was my friend's 40th birthday. I was gonna go see her. Our friend Valerie.
Oh
So I was
yeah.
gonna, yeah, I was gonna try, but that obviously got canceled. And then I was going to, where was that Easter or was that the same weekend? I don't remember if that was the same weekend, but I just know I was gonna try to do Ghana around Easter, and like that got
Am I
canceled.
doing
So
okay, Jackie?
bomb. You girl, you did that. That looks good. That looks
Have I
good. How do
blended it
you?
enough?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like soft enough, but you can see that it's green, and it looks so good on your complexion.
Now, may I ask you, do I put a little green under? Because I sometimes feel like to put the black pencil in my
Yeah.
eye just makes my eyes look small. So I don't want to I don't want to have small eyes. So I
No,
want to
you can.
look blurred. So should I put a little green under or no? Another color?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit though.
A little bit of green.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
what I
would
would
be, is
do.
this brush okay?
Hmm.
This small brush?
That could
Okay,
work. Yeah, that could work.
okay, okay.
Do you like the green? Is it pretty?
It's
It looks so
beautiful. It's
good
like
on
an
you.
emerald. It's like a dark emerald green. It's very pretty. I mean, all
So
the colors
pretty.
here, it's like
I,
you get these beautiful boxes. You don't really want to use them because they're just so pretty.
I know. Pats, like opening her palettes are like opening presents. It's like, am I supposed to
Let
like
me ask you,
use
when
this?
you
I just want to look at
travel, what do you do? I wrap these individually with bubble wrap.
I don't check mine, so I put them in my carry-on. My palettes, my Pat's palettes specifically, not my other
Hmm.
makeup palettes. The ones that I know can take some of my other palettes can take a beating, so I put those in my check bag. Pat's palettes, I carry those on because I'm like, no, you ain't messing up my Pat palettes.
Like gold, right? I get you.
Well, because they're like collector's items. Like I'm not gonna check those. I always carry them in, and then I
And
put
do
them.
you save the boxes?
I do. Well, I don't save all of them, but I have like two of them because you know they kind of all look the same for every palette. So I've saved like two of them, and
They're so
yeah,
pretty, aren't they?
so beautiful. Like packaging goals for real. It would make
Yeah, packaging
anybody.
is very important. Now, do you think you one day will come out with your own line? I mean, it's inevitable, isn't it, Jackie?
Maybe.
Okay. Secret,
I don't know,
secret.
Naomi. I don't know. Should I? I
I mean, you've just
mean,
got so many people that just look up to you and follow you and are inspired by you. It just would make so much sense. That would be your next thing,
hint, maybe.
venture to do.
Oh, honey, she's been working, girl. She has been working.
So quarantine
And
for you has been like just because you pretty much are inside most of the time, aren't you?
yeah, because I work from home. So this is like normal life for me anyway,
And how many
unfortunately.
videos do you upload a week?
I try to do like two, sometimes three on a good week. And shout out to my editor because he works his you know what off like he be banging out them uploads. my uploader Miles J, or my editor Miles J. He's also another YouTuber. But yeah, I try to get like 2 to 3 uploads a week. And
Mascara.
Pat's
And
mascara.
how long are these episodes you put up? How long are they in time, in minutes?
Oh, some of them, I'm actually known for doing like really long videos. So I would say anywhere from like 25 minutes to 30 minutes. Like I can ramble, like I talk. That green looks so pretty on you.
Thank you.
I love it. And I love the inner
It's my
corner.
first time using it.
It's so
I've gone
pretty.
through every color in this palette. But can I ask you something? Shouldn't I? Yeah. I've become a huge fan of mascara now since we can't get lashes done. Mascara
No.
saved my life. Now, can I ask you, should I put like a highlighter on the bone, on my brow bone?
Yes. Make sure it's gold though and not like a silvery one.
So which
Like
one
make
would
sure
be
it's not
good here? Is that a good one, a
make sure,
warm gold?
um,
Or do you think more like
the bottom left. I mean right.
that
The
one?
bottom right. The one next to it.
Okay, so this one.
Yeah, I think so. Is that the
Okay.
green one?
It's actually really pearly and white and silvery, this one. You sure it's this one?
I can't tell. Try a little bit of it and see if you like it.
I think this one is warm here. This one is warm, so I'm gonna go with this warm one.
Go with the
To just
warmer
give
one.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, after all, the kitchen's expecting me to look very nice tonight. They're expecting me to wear out the wooden floors.
Your kitchen date.
Yeah. And
You put me on to be nice. I've been watching his lives ever since you first posted about him.
I mean, it's been so great. There was a Prince night. There was a 80s night. There was a 90s night. I mean, music is everything. I mean, what would we
I
do
know.
without music? I hope you're going to do
I
an
have,
Afrobeats night.
oh, that would be everything.
Wouldn't it be
I mean,
amazing?
I could listen to Afrobeat. I want to make my own
Okay, how am I
playlist.
doing? What more do I need? Tell me, lovey.
No, you look, you're ready for the runway, honey. Like you look good.
Oh, runway,
I
no.
don't think-
Runway makeup, no. I need Pat. But I'm going to put some blush on, which there's
Yes.
a blush that I do like. And it's a blush actually from Tom Ford. It's a very bright pinky blush. I'll show it to you. You know that blush?
Ooh, that's really pretty. It's actually funny how like the brightest blush colors end up looking really subtle on darker complexions.
Yeah, I like the coral kind of colors on dark skin. They
Yeah,
just make us look warm, you know?
right. How do I look? What do I need? I don't
Oh,
have a
you look
lip.
amazing. I love your hair. I think you could do a bit more contour on the cheeks.
Okay, I'll add
Give
more.
us
I'm
more
actually,
of that beautiful cheekbones that you have.
I got you, boo. Say no more.
Got me? Because sometimes that's why I don't like to put blush down here, because sometimes it can, I don't know. It's like all the women in my family have high cheekbones, and everyone's just like, oh, but it's like they're so big. But if you look at every picture of every woman in my family, they're the same. We have that all in common.
How is your mom holding up?
My mum's good. She is outside of London. And, you know, my mother's mother is 92. So most importantly is
Wow.
that yeah, I'm very blessed to have both my grandmothers.
Wow.
Have you
That's
done the lips
incredible.
yet?
No,
All right.
I didn't
So,
grab, I didn't even grab one. I need to go grab one. But I don't want to
okay.
leave.
So I tend to, for years I was, oh my God, back in the day, if you look at pictures of me, it was awful. I was putting on such dark lip liner. My God. Oh my God. We had a name for it. It was called chalupa. Oh my God. So
Oh
it's
my
like a kind of
God.
base for me. Now I've got my own lipstick.
Now I'm highlighting with my Danessa Myricks palette. She's
I'm putting on
awesome.
my, I'm putting on my Omi.
Ooh, that's right. You do have your own color,
I have my
literally.
own lipstick, yeah. Not bad being a
I'm,
model sometimes, you get some quirks. um, I'm actually going to put a bit of gloss. This is the gloss I
I
was
keep,
putting on top, which is also, I mean, I mix everything. I can't wear
can I
one
go
gloss,
grab
I can't wear one, no. I have like about 3 or 4 lip glosses on my lips at all times. Now, another good lip scrub is brown sugar, lemon, and also a bit of baking soda. That's a good lip scrub. And then after, you can put some coconut oil over it on top. It's really, or butter. Butter is also good. You can put some butter as
butter.
well. Yes, so baking soda, bit of lemon juice, and some sugar. Scrub your lips, and then after you scrub your lips, dead skins come off. You can put either butter if you don't have shea butter. I'm just trying to find things that you can compensate, and then
Yeah.
that makes your lips really smooth, ready to apply your lipstick with. I mean, it's like the same as scrubbing the skin, And other things, like if you wake up in the morning and you feel a little bloated, 2 teaspoons of baking soda in water. It debloats you. But you got to do that first thing in the morning.
Baking soda is
First
also
thing in the
great
morning
for
on
you.
an empty stomach. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
taking a
I'm
lot more baths
gloss.
than I did before.
Do you mind if I grab a gloss real quick? I'm without lip products.
Of course, I'll hold the fort for you.
Be right back, guys.
Okay.
Here.
So baths are also another great way to relax our nervous system and take care of our immune. So I've said this before, but I'll say it again. On No Filter, you can do kosher salts, Epsom salts, and a cup of apple cider vinegar, and sit in the tub for like 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. It is so good for your immune. It relaxes your nervous system and keeps you calm. Because most importantly, we need to keep a healthy, sound mind. That's what we're going through. We can't go out. So
Yep.
it's about pampering yourself. This is the time to do all those things that you've never had time to do. Go through
Right.
all of those cupboards and take out everything. That's a good Saturday. That's a good choice for Saturday.
Agreed. Girl, you preaching.
Yeah. Yep. And now I just want to do one thing because I want the eyes to pop. I'm going to add this eyeliner, but it's eyeliner on top of the eye.
Is it black or brown?
It is black.
I love brown eyeliner.
Why brown opposed to black?
It's less harsh, and I feel like it's more flattering on brown eyes.
Okay, so where do I find? Does Pat have that color?
Yes, it's called dark coffee. I think if I remember correctly, it's a really really nice dark brown.
So this is a liquid black though?
Uh huh.
Is that a
Lancome
pencil?
has a liquid one. The one that Pat has is pencil, but Lancome, the Grandiose liner, they have a brown one. It's so nice.
Okay, so mother, make me please a coffee in liquid because your daughter who's got no patience to put makeup on. This is easy.
Right.
I like the liquid because it's easier just to slide and glide on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I feel you. I'm
Okay,
done.
so we did our makeup.
I put on my gloss. I'm done.
So much fun.
Guilty.
Oh wait, I think one thing. I think just it's always nice to have a little bit of little
What's
shimmer,
that?
a
Oh
little shimmer
yes.
on the lid, just in the middle, just in the middle.
I can't believe I got ready this fast. Like only you could get me to do this fast.
You look beautiful, Jackie.
Thank you.
And
So do you.
I love where you placed your your blush. Right, you placed it up here.
Yeah, I like wearing a
Love it.
lot of blush, especially when
You
it's
like to
pink.
wear a lot?
I love blush. Oh my God, live for blush.
So, Jackie, tell us and tell all of us, what are you doing now at home to stay home and stay safe?
Well, I'm very fortunate that the job that I do for a living allows me to work here. So that is one, an incredible blessing, which I'm so, grateful for. It also helps to be with my fiance. A lot of people don't have the happiest home life, and it's very unfortunate. But for those of us that do actually actively live with people that they like, take advantage of that and don't be tempted to go run out in these streets and don't be doing all that. Stay home. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking the time to spend time with my fiance, building our companies, and we're just working.
Now, you said that twice. I have to bring it up. You said it twice. Do you know people that are having issues at home, that are not getting along? Because it's hard to be day in, day out, 24/7 for weeks on end under the same roof. I mean, I've read things.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, that's not me now, but like I've definitely been there before. Like I could just imagine some of the people that I've lived with before. And I'm like, imagine going through this right now with like an old roommate or something. Like it'd be a nightmare. But some people are going through that now, like it sucks.
I mean, the most important thing is that they have a roof over their head. But this is where
Exactly.
I think this coronavirus is really teaching us so many things, teaching us to have compassion for each other, to have patience with one another.
Right.
It's really, it's bringing out elements out of us that we've ignored, and
True.
it's looking us right in the face, where we have to address
We're learning a lot
in
of
each and
hard.
every one in their individual ways.
Agreed. I totally agree. We're learning so many hard lessons, but this too shall pass.
And are you cooking? When I just asked what you're cooking, because I know that you can throw down. What are you cooking?
Ooh, my fiance cooks way better than I can. He actually just brought me breakfast right now.
Oh, you're
Waffles and
so lucky. Oh, I
vegan
love a
waffles.
man that brings a woman breakfast.
Yeah, he's sweet. He brought me breakfast to my office.
Well, I'll be waiting for my invitation in the post, okay?
Yes, I do.
Be-
Whenever you want, after social distancing, of course, but we'll cook for you. We'll find somebody who can make Nigerian food for you.
oh, I'll be there in a Tuesday. I'll be there with bells on. You know that. You know
Well, you
that.
gotta come. You also gotta come to the wedding as soon as we
And
know when we have.
that's the invitation I was talking about, was the wedding.
Well, I thought you
But
was a
then, of
food
course, I'll
invitation.
come for the cooking too.
I got you, boo. Don't worry.
Jackie, bless you. Thank you for coming on No Filter. I wouldn't want to have any other guest be my last guest for the season finale. It's always fun to be with you, and thank you for embracing me and being who you are and inspiring so many of us women of color.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for allowing me to express myself here and just welcoming me with open arms and also being such an incredible role model to so many women. Honestly, it was an honor. Thank you.
And one more thing, can you teach me how to put on eyelashes?
Yes,
That's the next, when I see you, you gotta teach me how to put on eyelashes. I'm a disaster.
I actually have a really easy trick. So next time I see you, I'll teach you like a really
Um,
fast
or I might
list.
call you later on and ask you to teach me over FaceTime.
All right, girl, you can FaceTime me. I'll show you. I got you.
Bless you, Jackie. Love you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank
Love
you.
you. Thank you. Bye, guys. Mwah.
So here that was our season finale of No Filter. We'll be back soon with some very special guests. I'd like to thank my team, because without my team, this would not have been possible for this 3-week show to have happened. So I'd like to thank Derek Blasberg, Sasha Argento, Brandon Davis, Shanley Briscoe, Jason Weinberg, Alex Kovac, Stephen Grossman, my managers, Chris Chambers, Kerry Smalls, Akeem Russell, Westbrook Productions, Cameron J, Eddie Jane, Brianna, Brad, Lucas, and Remy. I'd like to thank you all for making this possible, and helping me to bring some joy and hope to you all into your homes. I look forward to seeing you really again very, very soon. Until then, stay home, stay safe, and stay blessed. And for those of you that do have to go out, we are truly grateful to you. You are our heroes. And thank you for putting yourself out there on the front line.